Hey, this is Charles Onyet with IGN, and I'm checking out Necrolyte, an intelligence hero in the Dota 2 beta. Necrolyte has 4 abilities, 2 of which are active and 2 of which are passive, and one of his actives, Death Pulse, will be used a lot during a fight. It basically blasts a skull at anything that happens to be nearby Necrolyte when triggered, and the skulls do damage to enemy targets and actually heal friendly targets, and the skulls will chase enemies down at very long distances, so even if they do try to run away, they can still get tagged with that skull, as you can see right here. Now, this means that Necrolyte has to be in the middle of a fight for this really to be effective, for it to hit as many targets as it possibly can, so you need to take items that will allow Necrolyte to stay alive. Bloodstone is particularly important. Death Pulse also has a very short cooldown time, so it's clearly meant to be used as often as you possibly can to help keep your team alive as well as deal damage. Now, his ultimate ability and active is called Reaper's Sight, and this will actually deal more damage if the enemy is missing more health. So it is most effective used against targets that are very low on health. It can serve as kind of an instant kill if you're able to hit someone who's really low on health, and it also has a stunning effect, so it'll actually root somebody in place for a decent amount of time. In that sense, it can almost be used, and this isn't supposed to be the primary way to use it, but it can be used if you're being chased as a kind of way to stop your opponent from chasing you, or it can also be used effectively as an assist if you're in the middle of a big team fight, you're slamming Death Pulse, and somebody's kind of low on health, not ideally where you'd like them to be, but you can still use Reaper's Sight to try to knock down their health a little bit more, and maybe that can even tie in with one of Necrolyte's passives, which is called Heartstopper Aura. When this is active, it will start dealing damage over time to any enemy in range. So just by being alive, by being around enemies, they are taking damage. So even if Reaper's Sight doesn't necessarily kill them outright, maybe they'll get taken by the Heartstopper Aura if they're sticking around for too long. His other passive is called Sadist. For every enemy killed, this will actually return mana to Necrolyte. So if you're killing creeps by using Death Pulse, you'll get mana back. If you kill a hero, you will gain 600 mana back. So that is a huge return in mana. So if you are able to kill an enemy hero with Reaper's Sight, funded all of that more than that hero's cost to use, which is a really nice bonus. Now, as soon as you can actually stay alive and be close to a battle long enough, Necrolyte a lot more on Dota 2. You can keep checking back with IGN.